Same old Skip, boy. You ain't changed.
That's right. You heard from Juanita?
She used to write me a lot during my first tour. Turns out, man, before I left, fucked around and got her pregnant.
Man, you bullshit.
No, I ain't.
No shit?
Dead serious, man. Got a little girl back at home.
Oh, man, that's groovy, man. That's groovy. I can dig it. That's cool. Hey, dig, man, I know you got a picture, man. Let me see a picture. Shit.
I can't even look at her, man.
Man, what the fuck you mean, bro? That's your little girl, man. That's your baby.
You know how I survived 26 months in the bush? Because I don't think about the world, Skip. That shit don't exist to me. I don't give a fuck about anything or anyone in it. Because the minute I do, I'm a dead man out here. And you remember that shit. We'll talk about the world when we get back.
Yeah, whatever, man. I'm finna go get high. I mean, real high.
Shalom. Call halal Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Waha, Bahakwadash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to Yakin pushing his word and truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth. This is Amati from the GMS Dallas camp. I wanted to go into a quick lesson, Lord willing, this to be edifying to the hopeful elect. We have to put our fleshly thoughts away from the spiritual endeavors. We have to constantly push forward spiritually, and not saying that you don't have to deal with the things of the world. As you just saw in the video, that's the kind of mentality we have to have, being soldiers of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. As you saw when the two brothers was talking with that movie from Dead President, he was like, he had a daughter, he had a wife, but should he continue thinking that I need to constantly keep my mind on my daughter and my wife? No, because the Lord, you'll get put to death. We have to keep that mindset. One thing to use the world, not abuse the world, because we know the world is not our world yet. Our world is to come. All right? Esau is the end of this world. He controls this world. All right? So we have to step out of that mindset of how I'm going to build and keep my family and love, because we love our family. We love our daughters. If you have a wife, I know you love your wife. But you cannot let that deter you from the goal at hand, being in this truth. The truth, as they say, the truth will set you free. This is going to set you for salvation. So you have your families, all right? But you have to basically, matter of fact, what did Apostle Paul say? Let me, this is First Corinthians 7 and verse 29, all right? It says, but this I say, all right, brethren, the time is short, all right, because the time is short, all right. The Lord is shortening the time up for the elect to be delivered, because there won't be no flesh left, because Esau has done so much to destroy and defile the world that these fleshly bodies that we're in are being brought low and breaking down faster than believe. He's putting all these chemicals in the water, the chemicals in the air. And he's going to come down with great wrath. So the Lord is making this time short. All right. And we know that through what? The Spirit. Through the rod. How are we measuring like a rod? Through the scriptures. That's the rod. Knowing what's happening in the past, present, and now the future. In the near future, because we're at the end. A few more prophecies left. So it says here, but this I say, brethren, the time is short, it remaineth that both that they that have wives be as though they had none. Now, do they say just do away with your wife? No, but you have to constantly dwell in the spirit. You do your duties as a husband to your wife and your kids, but they should have the understanding that, hey, I got to go out here and do the work of the Lord. I have to keep pushing for our salvation because your family can be delivered through you. Think about Moses. I'm Slakia, Noah. Now, did it say Noah's wife and his kids and his sons' wives got delivered because they were doing the work? No, through Noah doing the work, they were delivered and put into the ark. What they saying, and I'm pretty sure Noah is being obedient, trying to do the thing, doing what the husband of the house, the head of the house, the man, following the ways, and they received that deliverance by way of Noah. So when they say be as you have none, don't mean that you just say, you know what, lady, I'm just gone and don't forget about me. No, it's saying you supposed to be out there doing the work so much. It's like, damn, this dude out here constantly doing the work. Where's I know? You know when you go lay your head at night, where you gonna be at? You're gonna be there with your family. You eat with your family, but you're gonna be out here pushing this ministry. All right, when you're ministering, what you're doing, you're serving. You're serving the Lord. That's what it goes to. I'm gonna read an NLT. It says, "But let me say this, dear brothers and sisters, the time, you know how they put it, the time that remains is very short. So from now on, those with wives should not focus only on their marriage. You have to focus on the Lord. One thing about it, who is the head of the? How's the order of the house? You have Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Then you have the man. All right. Then you have the wife. The wife is going to conduct the household. You know what I'm saying? On your behalf as being the man, being the husband. All right. And you conduct the ministry on behalf of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. And it continues on down forth. Right? And we know the time is going to endure. And that's like on that video, he said, hey, if I get my mind off the prize, you know what I'm saying, don't keep my eye on the prize, I'm going to receive what? I might receive death. So he had faith. If he stay focused, he will be delivered, or he'll get out of that situation, get out of those bushes. All right? Because we're in war. That's why we are enduring as soldiers. This is 2 Timothy 2 and verse 3. I'm just going to read on through and get to the point here on verse 3. It says, start at verse 1. It say, "Thou therefore, my son, be strong in the grace of Yahushua Mashiach, and new things that thou hast heard of me among many witnesses, the same commit thou to faithful men, who shall be able to teach others also." And that's what we're gonna do. With this truth, we're out here teaching on the highways and byways, doing these lessons, teaching for what we're trying to bring in who? The sheep back to the sheepfold, bring the elect in to be delivered because we know what's to come. We know time is short because the days are evil. What is evil? Bad times. Just look around you and see how bad these damn times are. Every video, every music video you hear or music you hear is talking about, and you know, saying so-called black culture, which is a culture of death. Black means void of light. We're children of light. Everything you hear talking about adultery, talking about murdering your brother, talking about being all type of whoredom, being whores. Everything that is on a low level aspect of things spiritually is what is pushed among into our people. But we're teaching that we are the children of light. All right. We, as it says, faithful men who shall be able to teach others also. We are teaching us also because we've been into the world and we came out of the world. We came out of the ways and the philosophies of Esau Edom. And we're telling our people there's another way. And to do that, you can't be focused on your family constantly. You have to stay in your mind, keep your eyes single on focusing on this ministry. Verse 3, it says, thou therefore endure hardness. All right. It says endure hardness. Because it's hard out here. This is not an easy task that we're going through. This is not easy by far. You have to put off your friends, some of your family. You have to put off certain ways. That's what it's called trimming. I know our elder here, Elder Arya Nazi, like to speak on that. Elder Yaktazak here in Dallas. Hey, trimming, cutting off certain things. That's what you have to do. We're cultivating ourselves to cultivate within this ministry to produce what? Wisdom, knowledge, and understanding to the masses, to the elect. Because we have to speak to the masses because we don't know one by one who is the elect. That's why we on the highways and byways crying out loud, giving warning. I believe that Isaiah 58. What he say? I give warning from me. We're giving warning, telling our people to wake up. It's high time to wake up out of sleep. Because these days are at hand. It's short because of evil times, and the Lord is going to come and bring forth indignation, righteous anger. And he's setting up for what? The kingdom is at hand. Ain't that what John the Baptist that was speaking on? So we're walking like in the stead of John the Baptist. We're out here in the wilderness, on the highways and byways, on the chief concourse places of the cities, letting our people know to turn back and repent because we're prophesying on what's to come. And that's in the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, Revelations 19, on the 10th and 11th verse. All right. Verse 3, it says, thou therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of Yahweh Shai Mashiach, being a good soldier. Soldiers watch out for their men, for one another. Soldiers help raise and build upon one another, have each other's back. But soldiers have to stay focused. And there's a few select men that's going to do that. The election, all right? The election has obtained this understanding. And the elect is going to push forth and keep moving. Not turning, basically taking their hands off the plow. Being that good soldier for Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. That's why he received us out of the world. Because he laid his life down for us. Not for the whole nation of Israel in these times. He did it for us, the elect. Alright? Real quick, this is Jeremiah 30:7. It says, alas, for the day is great. Alright? For that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble. Because that's why I said the time is short. Alright? But he shall be saved out of it. The time is short, brothers. But he's going to be saved out of it. Who is that? Who is he? The elect of Israel. Not everyone out of the world, as long as you believe to be elect. No, you have to be through the nation of Israel. Right? Then he shall be saved out of it. And one thing you have to do is basically put off the fleshly ways. Like you say, going back in 2 Corinthians 7:29, be as though have a wife, because you're doing so much of this work. People not trying to look back and see where you're at. Like, you always with your family. Hey, love your family. But they have to have the understanding. Hey, I'm doing something that's gonna get us, deliver us out of what's to come, which is a short time to come. As the bad times are gonna get worse. 2 Corinthians 1 and verse 6. I'm gonna start at verse 5. It says, for as the suffering of Mashiach abound in us, So our consolation, all right, this is our prize. A consolation also aboundeth by Mashiach. And whether we be afflicted, it is for your consolation and salvation. All right. So the heaviness that is brought upon us as we do this work, we have to stick to the script and stick to let's keep our eye focused, because it's going to lead to what that consolation of the deliverance. As it says, it is for your consolation and salvation, which is effectual. All right. In the enduring of the same suffering which we also suffer. And whether we be comforted, it is for your consolation and salvation. So that believes in patience, that endurance, because we're going to be tested, right? We're going to be tested, Rock, too, hey, through these temptations and, the wiles of the devil. We're going to be tested by our faith. But we haven't seen it physically with our own eyes. But spiritually, we know and have faith and believe that this is coming for the deliverance of the elect of Israel. That's Hebrews 11. Faith is a thing that we haven't seen, of basically believing and knowing things are going to come, and we haven't seen it yet with our own eyes. We haven't seen it carnally. Verse 7, our hope. All right. Matter of fact, this is Hebrews 11:1. It say, now faith is the substance of things hoped for evidence of things not seen. All right. Going back to verse 7, okay. And our hope for things that are unseen. All right. For our faith. Keep that in mind. Okay. For our hope of you is steadfast, knowing that as ye are partakers, mean we are a part of this. Okay. Partakers of the suffering, so shall ye be also of the consolation. All right. But like I said, being soldier, how about Shimei was shy? We have to, stay focused, keep our eyes on the prize. Hey, if you let your family endure, 'cause you have brothers, have left the truth, you know what I'm saying, because of their family, their wives. And me, in this very minute time that I've been in the truth, I've seen it, and I know our brothers have been tested. A lot of brothers have been tested. It's no gray areas in this when you get into this truth. It's no gray areas. Either you're in it, you put your hand on the plow and keep pushing, or you're gonna look back at that. And me being in the country, when you look, growing up in the country on a farm, when you look back, that plow can go either anywhere. All right, through a gas plow, through a plow if you got a ass or whoever in front that's plowing. If you look off, you're gonna go all over. You're gonna cut over the other roads. So keep your eye focused. You're gonna mess things up. You're gonna lose focus. That's why it says with your family, you gotta keep that balance, keep that understanding. All right, because we got that what? We're gonna be suffering. Because we're being partakers. We took up the plow. But we got to stay focused and keep moving. You know what I'm saying? What is that? 1 Corinthians 13. It says, "Beareth all things, believe all things, hope all things, endureth all things." Because the day of the Lord is at hand. What manner of man will you be when these times basically progress and get worse? And will you be the man that's going to be a soldier for Yahweh Shem Yahweh, who's going to put down the plow and basically say, I'm going to get back in this world? Because we know what's coming. The sea hill. All right. All these things that are coming. So what manner of man will you be when these things hit? So with that, I'd like to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Waha, Rachakwadash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to Yaki in pushing this word in truth and sincerity. Shalom.